What's up, guys? It's Meg, and it's that time of the week again for our weekly walker talk, helping ease your walker withdrawals 1 week at a time. This week we're still discussing The Walking Dead Season 6 finale. How can we not discuss this more? I'm gonna jump right into this. First question is from Valerie S. She kind of wrote a paragraph about her feelings on the episode. I'm not gonna say the whole paragraph here, but basically she said that they showcase certain characters more than others in this episode. So who do you think currently, based on this finale, and why? And I'm assuming that she means who do I think is going to die by Lucille. I've said this many times. I still think it's Glenn. And in fact, I'm going to show you two images here, which I'll insert into this video that tell me that it's Glenn. The whole point of view thing that I mentioned in my review video, basically we're seeing inside the truck that contained Michonne, Rosita, Daryl, and Glenn from a first person point of view. And we see that throughout the episode off and on, just a glimpse of someone looking, you know, at the doors of this truck. And it's a first person point of view, meaning we don't see who it is, we're seeing from their eyes. And then when Negan starts doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo, as he's doing it, we get these flashes of a first person perspective here, and here, and here. And they purposely don't leave out anyone when they're showing images of all of our characters. I thought, oh, maybe they'll leave out Glenn because he's the first person. But they show us a glimpse of every single person here. And that's good. They're completely trying to mislead us 100%. But when it comes down to it, that same first person point of view that was in the truck and that was there when we were saying eeny, meeny, miny, mo is the same person who was killed by Lucille in the first person point of view. That's 100%. Also in this image here, you'll notice that Daryl, when they open the door to pull our group out of the van, truck, whatever it is, Daryl is right up front, and he is off to, when you're looking at him, he's off to the right. But when you're inside the van or truck, I still don't know what it is, he's off to the left, which is really just switched around because the person behind him is looking straight at, and you can see the top of Daryl's head. So I'm 100% sure that this is not Daryl. And I really think it's Glenn at this point. I do. They've been building this story with Maggie for so long, and they're just not going to give it up yet. And I know there's been a ton of backlash for the cliffhanger and people wanting to know why. And there's even been one of my viewers, Shower Curtain Art, wrote me a long post and was basically saying that Gimple and Kirkman and everyone have done many interviews now saying that nobody knows, you know, nobody has been told who dies yet. And they don't even know who dies. I can guarantee you 100% Gimple knows who's going to die. They plan these seasons out way far in advance. They have timelines. They have goals that they're reaching for. They may not have told the actor yet. They may not have told Greg Nicotero yet, but they 100%, somebody knows what the plan is here. And otherwise we would not have had this first person point of view in the truck. It would not make sense whatsoever. So that's my opinion there. Moving right along. Thanks, Valerie, for your question. Oh, I also do want to say in regards to the last, we will see no time jump here. There's not going to be a time jump. Season 7, episode 1, we are going to be right back there in the middle. And my biggest prediction for season 7, episode 1 is that we will be immediately at that scene and we will actually see him from the third person perspective. So from everyone else, we're going to see Negan saying this exact scene all over again. And I'm like 80% sure that we will get the head bashing scene. We are going to see it. It's going to be brutal, but that's going to be a different part of the story, a new start of the story. So I'm really certain that we are going to see this death still. So don't worry just yet. Okay, this next question is for Joanne Del Balso. She says, she wrote a couple other things about what happened in the episode, and then her question is, besides knowing who died, what are you looking forward to possibly seeing in season 7? So probably the biggest thing, now that we've had these hints to the kingdom and to Carol and Morgan going to the kingdom, I am so excited to see this new community. I love seeing, because it's such a big production to show a community, you know, and get everybody, all these extras and all these actors in this setting that looks like an actual town or an actual little village of houses and stuff. And so when we first saw our glimpse of the hilltop, I was amazed and I loved it. It was one of my favorite parts of that episode. And so just the thought of potentially getting to see the kingdom in season 7, seeing Ezekiel, maybe even seeing Shiva, just knowing that the kingdom is there, I have a feeling we will see them in season 7 at some point, if not the first half, the second half. And that's one of my biggest things. And also, I just really want to see the progression of everyone once this death happens and really see that emotion. We have such great actors here that play all of our characters, and just to see Rick in that moment where we were doing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo scene, he's such a great actor, and to see just how crazy terrified he was and the emotion, it was so well done. I felt like I was right there. The same with Aaron. I love Aaron's character there, but I also, and I can't think of the guy's name all of a sudden. Oh, Ross Marquand. He is a great actor. He was, if you really look at Aaron there, he's trembling in that moment and his whole body is shaking, and just to be able to make your body do that without, you know, he's not really scared in that moment because he's an actor. And so to be able to portray like somebody shaking with the adrenaline and fear was just awesome. And I love that. And so I'm really excited to hopefully see the actual death scene and see how it affects everyone in our group after they've seen that, and really see how are they going to go back to Alexandria and tell everyone what happened. Like, I mean, it's gonna be crazy. So yes, those are a couple things that I'm really excited to see. Thanks, Joanne. Okay, the next question is from I Barros. They say, they have a couple questions here, but it says, if you remember the person that Stephen Ogg's savior character group, whoa, I read that totally wrong. Okay, Morgan finds Carol hunched over at the library. If you remember the person that the savior group, hung from the bridge, that guy from the other group, the unknown group, he said that everyone at the library was dead. Okay, I get what you're asking here. And you say, do you think that Carol has figured out that to defeat Negan's group will require a huge amount of people, and that she was at the library recruiting forces against the saviors? So basically, for those of you who don't know, when Stephen Ogg's character, he's one of the saviors, he brings this guy out, you know, he captures this unknown guy. Basically, this guy was a part of a group at the library, which is the same library where Morgan found Carol hunched against the door. No, I absolutely do not think that that was Carol's plan whatsoever. She was injured, and I think she took shelter in the nearest place, and she just happened to end up there, and it's kind of one of those big coincidences. Then if you remember when Morgan goes up to that, whatever that thing was, and cuts down the walker that was hung from there, that is the guy. If you remember, Stephen Ogg's character said, we strung up the guy who took the first shot. Well, that was that guy. And then they killed the rest, and they're making an example out of this dude on the ground. That was just a little kind of side story. I didn't even really catch it at first. Rewatching it, I understood it more, and then more people told me about it. So that was just kind of a side story. I think it was a complete coincidence that Carol and Morgan ended up in that place. I don't even think they knew that there was a group, you know, yes, a group had been there, but I don't even think they knew there was a group there recently. It's just a coincidence. I don't think Carol was in any state of mind to want to recruit anyone, and actually she's just completely not, she's not interested in that at all. This is a really good question. This is from Olive Stuff. They just asked me, do you think they made a mistake? Guy, it's so hard. I understand kind of why they did it. I explained in my review kind of my opinions on it already. I would say that it was a mistake to not show the death scene in an episode. So if we were gonna have a cliffhanger, we should have just had a cliffhanger before the eeny, meeny, miny, mo scene. You know, they should have introduced Negan and had him walk out the trailer and be like, hi, I'm Negan, and cut. Or something. And not that I even really want it like that. I want the whole scene together completely. I want the death and the intro to Negan all in one episode. So if I couldn't have that, if I knew we had to have a cliffhanger, I would say before Negan even got to that point of picking someone. I think it's silly to kill someone, and not have any idea who it was. I just think that was a weird way to do things. And I understand that they wanted to make more of an emphasis on Rick and his losing his confidence and throughout the entire episode there. But they could have done that in an episode by itself, you know? They could have done it and left us hanging right when Negan comes out of the trailer, and then in the season 7 premiere, it would have picked up with intro to Negan and we would have seen it all at once. I don't like the first person perspective at all. I don't like that they are messing with us in a sense where we don't know who died and we have to try and figure it out, and there's clues as to the first person point of view, and it's just kind of frustrating. So no, you know, I'm not really happy about the way it ended, or really the way it played out. They could have done it differently and still made the same points that they were trying to make in the episode. Okay guys, that's it for this Q&A weekly Walker Talk video. Sorry if it's already too long. We are doing a fear Q&A right coming up either today or tomorrow for Fear the Walking Dead Season 2. Also a Fear the Walking Dead Season 2 promo breakdown video, which will be coming as well this week, and predictions and all that sort of stuff. I'm really excited for Fear Season 2. That's coming this Sunday. I'm so pumped that we don't have any break until we get more Walking Dead. So I'll be doing, just so you know, I'll be doing reaction videos, predictions videos, and reviews for Fear the Walking Dead Season 2. As well as once Game of Thrones starts. I've recently become really obsessed with that show. So as soon as Game of Thrones starts, which is later in April, I will also be doing reaction videos for it, and then hopefully reviews, although I am working, and so to do that many videos in a week is a little much for me, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put my 100% effort into it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have more questions about Season 7 or the end of Season 6, feel free to leave them in the comments of this video, and I will perhaps even do another weekly Walker Talk about it if we get enough questions. And if I didn't answer your question, I'm sorry. There were so many comments about how the finale ended that I tried to skim through and find the questions in them, and I didn't really find too many. Most of it was just ranting about how the episode ended, which I feel for you guys. All right, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy this video. Bye.